Hello everyone, this is Shadow. Due to copyright restrictions on YouTube, I can't publish many of the audiobooks you love. That's why I've created a special paid service where you can enjoy over 300 high-quality audiobooks from platforms like Webnovel, Pocket FM, Audible, Wuxia, and more. Each novel comes as a one-time purchase, no subscriptions, no hidden fees. After payment, you'll receive full access via Telegram, along with all future updates for that novel. You'll find a wide selection of your favorite genres and titles, always in premium audio quality. Check the full list of available novels in the description. DM me now to get your favorite stories in audiobook form and start listening today. Chapter 951. The second layer of the path-splitting realm within the universe is almost impossible to die, and that is because of the cosmic protection, the mass of the universe equivalent to a powerful being in the chaos realm. It shields against the majority of threats. Without the cosmic protection, coupled with bad luck, beings of the second layer of the path-splitting realm are often in danger. There are many powerful entities in the chaos void who specifically target those universes on the brink of collapse, aiming to kill those who have survived the cataclysm of the second layer of the path-splitting realm. Those who can endure the catastrophic calamity of the universe are some of the most powerful beings within the universe, and they certainly carry most of the universe's wealth with them. Moreover, without having entered the chaos void and merely possessing the realm of the second layer of the path-splitting realm, their combat prowess is certainly weaker than that of those in the chaos void of the same stage, carrying a large amount of wealth and being weak in strength. Such fat sheep naturally attract the attention of numerous powerful entities. In the chaos void, except for places like the chaos continent, other regions have no order whatsoever, operating on the principle of the survival of the fittest. The cataclysmic disaster. Lin Yuan's expression turned a bit solemn. The great catastrophe of the universe is aimed at all life within the universe. When the universe collapses, and the river of time breaks down, all life will die. Only those of the second layer who have transcended the river of time have a chance to survive it. But it is only a chance, as during the great collapse of the universe many rules will collapse which are also fatal to those at the second layer, and in the end only a small fraction of those at the second layer will successfully exit the universe and enter the chaos void. What about those lives below the second layer? There is only one way to survive. That is, to imprint the essence of one's life from the river of time within the universe into the river of time within the universe inside a second layer ultimate. When the universe collapses and the river of time disintegrates, any life within it is bound to die because their life essence imprint is also within the river of time. As long as the life essence imprint is transferred to the river of time within a second layer ultimate. After enduring the colossal catastrophe of the universe, the countless beings within the universe inside this second layer ultimate can naturally survive as well. Of course, even if those at the second layer have this ability, they will not transfer too many beings from within their universe into their own. Because the more beings from their universe they carry, the more they will attract the attention of the universal consciousness, and the greater and more terrifying pressure they will endure during the cataclysm. The great catastrophe, 99.9% of the citizens of my human civilization will die, thought Lin Yuan silently. In reality, 99.9% is already quite a favorable estimate, as the number of beings that can enter the universe inside a second layer ultimate is at most 1 in a million, or at best 1 in 10 million. Moreover, the majority within the second layer ultimate will also fall during the colossal catastrophe of the universe, making the number of survivors even fewer. Forget it. Thinking about this now is too far off. Lin Yuan reined in his thoughts. His home universe was still very young, and if nothing went wrong, it was an extraordinarily long distance away from the great catastrophe of the universe. Before long, Lin Yuan entered the ancient Ming Chaos Continent. The ancient Ming Chaos Continent has 9 cities, which are the convergence point for all foreign life forms. As for outside the cities, it's also covered with many formations, which are the cultivation grounds of the ancient Ming Venerable, forbidden for any external powerful beings to enter without permission. That is, Lin Yuan gazed towards the center of the continent. There stood a black peak exuding terrifying aura in all directions. This black peak was filled with dark chaos energy, enough to make ordinary sovereign realm powerhouses tremble in fear. That is one of the horns of the Chaos Dragon beast subdued by the ancient Ming Venerable. Lin Yuan thought to himself. As a Chaos Venerable, the ancient Ming Venerable traveled through the Chaos Void in his early years and subdued a Chaos Dragon beast, which possesses almost the strength of the Chaos Realm. The peak that stands at the center of the Chaos Continent now is just one stray horn of the Chaos Dragon beast, while the true body of the Chaos Dragon beast lies in a deep slumber within the depths of the Chaotic Continent. A Chaos Dragon beast with combat prowess comparable to the Chaos Realm. Lin Yuan withdrew his gaze. The trade prosperity of the ancient Ming Chaos Continent is not unrelated to this Chaos Dragon beast. No matter who it is, even peak sovereign realm powerhouses, upon seeing that daunting horn piercing the sky, would feel their scalps tingle and dare not cause trouble on the Chaos Continent. Whether a Chaos Continent prospers is not strongly related to the strength of its Chaos Venerables. No matter how strong you are, if the order on your Chaos Continent is in disarray, other mighty beings will be reluctant to trade there. If they can't afford to provoke you, can't they still avoid you? Ancient Ming Venerable believes in fairness, and since the dawn of the cosmic era, no ill fame has spread, attracting many beings from the path-splitting realm and dominator realm who enjoy trading and cultivating in seclusion on the ancient Ming Chaos Continent. Lin Yuan entered Mingchuan City, one of the 9 main cities on the ancient Ming Chaos Continent. The city is vast, divided into many areas, such as the trading sector, residential sector, and so on. Many shops in the trading area are backed by dominator realm beings, whose influence is limited to the ancient Ming Chaos Continent or, more likely, just Mingchuan City. Lin Yuan glanced around and then looked deeper into the city. There sat majestic buildings, each backed by various forces originating from other chaos continents, supported by beings from the Chaos Realm. Compared to the many private shops of Dominator Realm beings, these large stores have a better reputation, and of course their prices are also higher. 10,000 Paths Pavilion? Lin Yuan looked towards the deepest building, one of the pavilions, shrouded in mist, unfathomable. The 10,000 Paths Pavilion does not trade in treasures and materials, but in evolutionary pathways. To ascend to the 12th layer, one must reach the end of an evolutionary path, and this path must not have an existence in the 12th layer already. The Chaos Void is vast and boundless. To perfect a completely new evolutionary path on one's own strength, from nothing to something, and ultimately step into the 12th layer of life, is extremely rare. The vast majority of beings of the 12th layer have tread paths that already existed. An evolutionary path leading to the 12th layer requires immense determination and opportunities to create for beings below the 12th layer. But for the many Chaos Realm beings, perhaps just one session of secluded cultivation and exploration of hundreds or thousands of paths could reveal hundreds or thousands of 12th layer evolutionary paths. The Tao is endless. Any evolutionary path has the potential to advance to the 12th layer. It's just a matter of likelihood, but as Chaos Realm beings meditate in seclusion, observing the essence of the Tao, many evolutionary paths will emerge, and some Chaos Realm beings will record these paths and eventually refine them. There are levels to evolutionary paths as well. Some have the potential to step into the Dominator or even the Chaos. Lin Yuan thought silently. He wasn't particularly interested in the evolutionary paths sold by the 10,000 Paths Pavilion. Any path must be suitable for oneself and, naturally, as his own creation, the Martial Tao evolutionary path was a perfect fit for him. Since the 10,000 Paths Pavilion dares to trade evolutionary paths, the being behind it must be unimaginable. According to much intelligence left by the peak Dominator Realm being, Song Weiyang, the 10,000 Paths Pavilion is definitely an entity not to be provoked. Even in the era of Shen Huang and the Moyu Tower Master, these two Chaos Great Saints were extremely wary of the 10,000 Paths Pavilion. 10,000 Paths Pavilion. Could it be the layout of a being close to a perfect time being? Lin Yuan recalled Xuanhuang's description of the 10,000 Paths Pavilion, one of the rare instances when his tone was serious. Lin Yuan has no intention of dealing with the 10,000 Paths Pavilion for now. After entering Mingchuan City, his goal is to settle down here. The Chaos Void is too dangerous. Over the past 4 months, Lin Yuan has nearly experienced a life-threatening danger, and if not for his insight into the 7th realm of spacetime, he probably would have ended his journey in the Chaos Void by now. Regular residence in Mingchuan City has many benefits. First and foremost is safety, and secondly, the trading here is extremely prosperous. So Lin Yuan can trade for the treasures and materials he desires. Explore the chaos void? Acquire treasures and adventures? For Lin Yuan, who is still a life at the 11th layer, that is still too much of a stretch. Previously, he got the abode of the peak dominator realm being Song Weiyang purely out of good luck. But luck cannot continue indefinitely. Chapter 952 Striking the Ultimate? The incarnation has finally settled down. In his homeland universe, within the Xianhuang's secret realm, Lin Yuan opened his eyes, a smile appearing on his face. The stronghold of the peak master of the ruling realm, Song Weiyang, brought substantial gains to Lin Yuan. Thus he urgently needed a place to digest these gains, and the ancient Ming Chaos continent seemed just right. First, let the incarnation familiarize itself there, and when it steps into the 12th level, I'll bring all the unnecessary resources and treasures for trade. Lin Yuan thought to himself. Without reaching the 12th level, Lin Yuan dares not let his incarnation carry two valuable treasures out of the universe. And trading, compared to killing for treasure, Lin Yuan preferred fair trade, as it was safest. Lin Yuan is not one of those at the 12th level of the path-splitting realm with an uncertain future. With his against heaven's understanding, what he lacks the most is a safe environment for growth. The world within me now. Lin Yuan sent a sliver of consciousness into his inner world. Compared to 100 years ago, his internal world has now expanded several times, reaching an astonishing 11 light-years in range. 11 light-years in range, compared to the ordinary level 11 perfect life's tens of millions to hundreds of millions of light-years, Lin Yuan's internal world is billions of times theirs. My current internal world, physical body, soul, etc., have all reached their limits. I've nearly absorbed all the transformations brought by the Chaos Rule. Lin Yuan thought. Despite having deduced the Chaos Rule, it's ultimately incomparable to the essential leap of life. The absorption and immersion of the chaos void origin energy in his internal world is ultimately limited. Even in the boundless chaos void, I must be among the strongest of the 11th level, right? Lin Yuan felt the vast and immeasurable energy within him and thought. Lin Yuan was unclear about the era the chaos void was currently in, but in the era of Shen Huang and the Moyu Tower Master, he had never heard of anyone at the 11th level stronger than himself. Indeed, the chaos void has countless opportunities. Instances have occurred where 11-level lives challenged those at the 12th level. These were always through the aid of various external forces and factors. Compared to them, Lin Yuan, who solely relied on himself to reach a level comparable or even superior to the usual path-splitting realm, it's not an exaggeration to consider him unique in the chaos void. In these 100 years, the pathway of the 12th level of the martial Tao has been almost perfected. Lin Yuan's thoughts fluctuated. To strive for the ultimate and step into the 12th level of the path-splitting realm, one naturally needs to perfect it. Actually, as early as 100 years ago, Lin Yuan had already perfected the initial phase of this realm. Even then, stepping directly into the 12th level would not have been a problem. But while waiting for his own transformation, Lin Yuan took the opportunity to perfect the entire realm. Before challenging the ultimate, first see if I can pass the 8th floor of the Black Tower. Lin Yuan was moved. 100 years ago, Lin Yuan easily passed through the 7th floor of the Black Tower but stopped at the final stretch of the 8th floor. At that time, Lin Yuan realized the deficiency in his life essence. After all, he was only a level 11 life. But now, as his internal world explosively expanded several times over, Lin Yuan's life essence naturally rose significantly as well. Even though still not comparable to the life of the ruling realm, having deduced the chaos rule, he surpassed most of the peak masters of the ruling realm. Thinking this, Lin Yuan directly descended into the demon jade space. The rules set by the Moyu Tower Master dictated that rewards obtained by tower challengers depended on their performance during the climb. Therefore, if Lin Yuan chose to pass the 8th floor at the 11th level, the benefits he'd receive would naturally be much greater than doing so after stepping into the 12th level. Even for a 12th level of the path-splitting realm to pass the 8th floor, it's extremely against heaven. The demon jade space, The nine-floored Black Tower. Lin Yuan's figure descended. You've come. The statue Shinji came out, his gaze towards Lin Yuan filled with emotions. He had never imagined that he would encounter such an abnormal monster. Compared to Lin Yuan, even being a chaos great saint like the Moyu Tower Master seems average. I'll try the 8th floor. Lin Yuan spoke in a gentle tone. Okay. The statue Shinji nodded. He then cleared the path leading to the 8th floor of the Black Tower. Whoosh! Lin Yuan entered the 8th floor of the Black Tower. The statue Shinji immediately began to observe. This time in the 8th floor, Lin Yuan didn't hesitate and directly utilized the Chaos Chi to strengthen himself. He arrived at the final stage of the 8th floor. Break for me! Lin Yuan lowly shouted. His greatly increased life essence finally allowed him to cross over and step into the end of the 8th floor. Passed. Lin Yuan felt a slight relief in his heart. At this moment, he had reached his own limit state. If he couldn't pass the 8th floor of the Black Tower now, he'd probably have to wait until he stepped into the 12th level of the path-splitting realm to try again. Congratulations! You are the 142nd member of my Demon Jade Tower to pass the 8th floor. The statue Shinji appeared and spoke. The 142nd? Lin Yuan was slightly stunned. Only 142? It's quite a lot already. The statue Shinji sighed. Those who can pass the 8th floor of the Black Tower are generally at the peak of the ruling realm. In its heyday, the Demon Jade Tower had 141 peak ruling realm masters, along with several Chaos Realm beings, and seated with the Chaos Great Saint as the Moyu Tower Master, it was considered extremely strong. In reality, by the Chaos Realm, very few would submit to any Chaos Great Saint. Chaos Venerables could completely establish a Chaos continent of their own, roaming freely. Why follow a Chaos Great Saint? Protection? With the strength of a Chaos Venerable, it's hard to die as long as one doesn't court death. Even a Chaos Great Saint would find it very difficult to completely kill a Chaos Venerable. The numerous life-saving methods of a Chaos Venerable should not be underestimated. Guidance? From a Chaos Venerable to a Chaos Great Saint, one can only rely on oneself. Seeking refuge with a Chaos Great Saint hardly aids one's own breakthrough into the Great Saint's domain. The Chaos Dragon Beast subdued by Ancient Ming Venerable in the Chaos Continent of Ancient Ming only compares closely to a Chaos Venerable, not equivalent to one. That's quite a lot. Lin Yuan thought for a moment and still felt he had underestimated himself. Now, setting other aspects aside, he is already above the vast majority of the pinnacle masters in the domain of rules. Even during the peak period of the Magic Jade Tower, he could be ranked within the top 200. This is the reward list for passing the 8th level. Statue Shinji waved his hand, and a light screen appeared in front of Lin Yuan. The list enumerated treasures from the Chaos Realm of the highest order. Normally, the rewards for passing the 8th level of the Black Tower are supreme treasures of the Master Realm, with occasionally 1 or 2 Chaos Realm treasures. But Lin Yuan passed as a level 11, and now the treasures listed by the statue Shinji are the most precious batch in the entire 9-story Black Tower. Normal members of the Magic Jade Tower, even if they surpass the 9th level, won't get to choose these treasures. Only those Chaos Venerables who pass the 9th level with a particularly against heaven's demeanor and have hopes of becoming Chaos Great Saints get the treatment that Lin Yuan has now merely by passing the 8th level. So many treasures. Lin Yuan was inwardly shocked. The Chaos Realm's secret treasure left by the Peak Master, Song Weiyang, didn't even qualify to be at the bottom of this reward list. For Chaos Venerables, Chaos Realm's secret treasures are not considered precious. Many of them are simply crafted by Chaos Venerables casually. Otherwise, Song Weiyang wouldn't have had 3 Chaos Realm secret treasures on him. Of course, for those in the Path-Splitting and Master Realms, a Chaos Realm secret treasure weapon is still extremely precious. Which one should I choose? Lin Yuan was somewhat troubled for a moment. First, eliminate the weapon secret treasures. The weapon secret treasures on the reward list are all top-tier Chaos Realm weapon secret treasures, which, even if Lin Yuan advances to level 12, he wouldn't be able to refine and wield for a long time. Unable to refine or use, no matter how precious, they're somewhat impractical. Forget it, I'll choose when I step into level 12. Lin Yuan thought for a moment, currently being only level 11, if he rushed a choice and it ended up not being useful once reaching level 12, it would be a loss. Anyway, he is not lacking anything at the moment, so there's no need to make an immediate choice. I'll wait and choose later. Lin Yuan looked towards Statue Shinji and spoke. No problem.
Statue Shinji nodded.
Next, I want to check out the 9th level. Lin Yuan raised his head, looking towards the 9th level of the Black Tower. This is also the final level of the Black Tower. Passing the 9th level generally means one possesses the peak strength of the Chaos Realm, not far from becoming a Chaos Great Saint. Go ahead. Statue Shinji showed a slightly strange expression but still nodded. The next moment, Lin Yuan arrived at the 9th level of the Black Tower. There were no pressures here, nor any rule tests. The entire 9th level was empty, nothing at all, which surprised Lin Yuan. What's the standard for passing the 9th level? Lin Yuan pondered in his heart, as there was nothing resembling a finish line nearby. Just then, the whole 9th level suddenly dimmed. A majestic figure condensed. He was dressed in a black robe, his gaze indifferent, seemingly embodying the principles of the Tao. Lin Yuan's expression changed as he met this majestic figure's gaze, then felt his consciousness fall, and when he recovered, he was outside the 9-level Black Tower. The 9th level is? Lin Yuan's expression became solemn. Correct. To pass the 9th level, you must defeat an imprint left by the original owner. Statue Shinji said next to him. An imprint left by the Moyu Tower Master? Lin Yuan was quite speechless. He knew that the 9th level of the Black Tower was difficult but didn't expect it to be this challenging. The Moyu Tower Master was a Chaos Great Saint, and his imprint was not something an ordinary Chaos Realm could handle. After all, the powerhouses appearing in the Demon Jade space are just incarnations of a sliver of mental consciousness. Shenhuang's Secret Realm. Lin Yuan reopened his eyes. Now it seems, the strength of the Moyu Tower Master shouldn't be weaker than Shenhuang. Lin Yuan thought to himself. Previously, watching Shenhuang open up 33,333 Shenhuang Secret Realms, Lin Yuan felt that Shenhuang was stronger than the Moyu Tower Master. Let's not worry about these. Lin Yuan collected his thoughts and gazed into the cosmic starry skies. For the past century, Lin Yuan's 2 primordial spirits and incarnation have been wandering around the universe, often sensing causal lockdown espionage from alien races of level 12. Unfortunately, those level 12 alien races are not stronger than Lin Yuan in comprehending the causal rules, so even though Lin Yuan gives them opportunities, actively letting out his 2 primordial spirits and incarnation, the alien races of level 12 couldn't lock down the positions of the 2 primordial spirits and incarnation, let alone attempt an assassination. I've given you all the opportunities, but they're not useful. Lin Yuan sighed. At this moment his various aspects have reached their peak, ready to strike at the ultimate at any time. Chapter 953. I know a little bit of everything. In the dark Grand Hall, the ultimate beings of the 12th Order gathered once again. Compared to their full confidence 100 years ago, the expressions on the faces of these 12th Order ultimates were not very pleasant. 100 years, a full century, they had personally attempted to lock down the Galaxy Master's location using the rules of causality. But the results were disappointing, yielding no progress. In the causal vision of every 12th Order ultimate, the Galaxy Master was indeed within the universe, but they just couldn't pin down his location. Had it not been certain that there was no trace of Lin Yuan's causality within the Milky Way main star, some of the 12th Order ultimates would have likely made a move to test the waters. What exactly is going on? Why is the causality sensing of the Galaxy Master so vague? The many 12th Order ultimates exchanged looks, considering the possibility that the Galaxy Master's true body, his incarnations or avatars were hiding in the Central Star Domain, the ancestral land of human civilization. They would not be so troubled if that were the case. After all, that is the main stronghold of human civilization. But in fact, that's not the case. At least, the Galaxy Master's incarnations are often seen walking in the cosmos. There are 2 possibilities. The progenitor of the Tianyu clan opened his mouth. One is that the Galaxy Master's mastery over the rules of causality surpasses us, the 12th order. Only then could he conceal his own causality, leading us to repeatedly come back empty-handed. The second possibility is that the Galaxy Master is relying on a treasured causality artifact to isolate his own causality. With the resources of human civilization, producing such an artifact would not be difficult. After saying this, the Tianyu clan progenitor pondered for a while before continuing. I think the second possibility is more likely. Hearing this, the other 12th Order ultimates nodded in agreement. The Galaxy Master surpassing them in causality? That possibility was too fantastical to imagine. After all, they were beings of the 12th Order. Even if they were not adept in causality, they wouldn't be surpassed by an 11th Order. It's a pity that we do not have any of his blood or hair as a lead. Otherwise, even with a causality artifact for protection, he could not escape our causality tracking. The ultimate from the prison tribe said, shaking his head slightly. The rule of causality values the medium greatly, whether in cursing or in locating a target. Having a medium and not having one are completely different challenges. With the strength and realm of the Galaxy Master, along with how much human civilization values him, it's impossible for any of his blood or hair to be left outside, said the Insect Queen. Even for an ordinary 11th Order, they would be quite cautious about this, not leaving behind anything related to themselves outside. Even on the battlefield, high-order powerhouses would detonate themselves without hesitation if they found no way to survive, turning their body, soul, and all related materials to ashes. This action is not only to prevent being captured by alien races but also out of concern that alien races could obtain their medium through their remains. It seems we can't find the Galaxy Master through normal methods, reflected the ultimate from the prison tribe. Is there a way to force the Galaxy Master out? The so-called forcing out involved threatening with the lives of the Galaxy Master's relatives and friends to coerce him into appearing. The Galaxy Master is quite young, with all his relatives still alive, including many elders, such as the various Peak Masters and the Chikuan Star Lord of the Red Kuan lineage. It's not very meaningful. The ultimate from the Star Alliance shook his head. The Galaxy Master is not the kind to overly value emotions and family. Indeed. The Insect Queen nodded. Tuoba Ancient God originally planned to use the Galaxy Master's friend as a threat, but the Galaxy Master personally killed that friend. The 12th Order ultimates present in the hall had all thoroughly investigated the Galaxy Master and naturally were aware of the conflict with the Tuoba Ancient God. Seeing how the Galaxy Master dealt with Tuoba Ancient God, they estimated that even if they captured the Galaxy Master's relatives or teacher, the Galaxy Master would likely not even frown over it. And for ultimates of the 12th Order to descend into such actions, it would indeed be somewhat disgraceful if the means used were ineffective. Besides that, they would have to face retribution from the most powerful beings of human civilization afterwards. It's just not worth it. Lord Fan. At this moment, the ultimate from the prison tribe turned to the ultimate from the Cosmos clan. Your clan received a special secret technique at the dawn of the cosmos. You, the countenance of the Cosmos clan ultimate Lord Fan shifted ever so slightly. Are you talking about the secret technique, 9-day worship? 9-day worship. It is a secret technique within the domain of the causality rules. It involves a worshipping ritual that forcibly strengthens the causal link between two entities, ultimately for cursing or pinpointing one's location. However, this secret technique comes at a great cost. To use it against the Galaxy Master, one must worship the Galaxy Master for 9 consecutive days, with each day resulting in a reduction of the caster's origin source. While the reduced origin source can be restored later, it requires a significant amount of time, and during this period, one's battle capacity cannot be at its peak. If it were to subdue a peer ultimate, the Cosmos clan ultimate Lord Fan might be willing, but to merely locate the position of the Galaxy Master requires paying so much of his own origin source. The Galaxy Master is already at the peak of level 11. Any moment ready to break through to the ultimate level. Once he steps into the 12th Order, there is a high probability that he will become a pinnacle being of the path-splitting realm before the end of the cosmic era. By then, you should know what will happen with our races, the ultimate from the prison tribe said. Lord Fan, to counter the Galaxy Master, Everyone is willing to offer that drop of heterogeneous blood, allowing you to cast the secret technique. What's stopping you? The insect queen interjected. If considering the price to be paid, the insect race has indeed offered the highest stake. Nevertheless, the insect race holds the deepest grudge against human civilization and is the least willing to see the Galaxy Master successfully ascend to the 12th Order. I understand. After pondering for a while, the Cosmos Clan Ultimate Lord Fan nodded. I will begin worshipping the Galaxy Master now. 9 days from now, my causal link with the Galaxy Master will be at its strongest, and then I will inform you all of his specific location. Chapter 954. Rest assured, once we have locked onto the position of the Galaxy Master, leave the rest to us, the ultimate of the prison tribe said with a smile. In fact, the 9-day worship secret technique is a kind of curse-killing skill that carries out the curse by exploiting the strongest causal connection after worshipping the 9 days. But curse-killing is not fail-safe. Knowing that the Galaxy Master has a causality-related treasure for protection, even with the 9-day worship secret technique, it's still not foolproof. And what if we end up curse-killing the Galaxy Master? The Galaxy Master has not yet ascended to the 12th layer. His life essence imprint is still within the time river, which can be resurrected by the strongest among human civilization. Therefore, the safest method is to pinpoint the location of one of the Galaxy Master's avatars through the 9-day worship secret technique. Then all of us at the 12th layer converge to suppress the Galaxy Master in a lightning-fast move, and use that drop of bizarre blood to contaminate the Galaxy Master. This is the most perfect strategy to deal with the Galaxy Master. We don't need to completely kill the Galaxy Master. We just need that drop of bizarre blood to influence the Galaxy Master so that he ultimately fails at a critical moment, they said. The ultimates of the 12th layer exchanged glances and nodded slightly. Then I shall begin. Ultimate Lord Fan of the Cosmos Tribe took a deep breath. His true self, situated deep within the territory of the Cosmos Tribe, knelt down, with many pieces of information about the Galaxy Master surfacing in his mind. In an instant, a causal connection between him and the Galaxy Master was formed. Following that, with every bow Ultimate Lord Fan directed at Lin Yuan, the causal link between them grew stronger. The Shenhuang Secret Realm. Lin Yuan was unaware of the conspiracies of the alien 12th layers. He simply felt that, so far, those alien 12th layers haven't even been able to lock onto his deliberately exposed primordial spirit avatar, and probably lacked even the qualification to have a final confrontation with him. However, it seems that those ultimates of the 12th layer have not made any moves against my teachers? Lin Yuan's gaze was profound. Ever since he learned from the robber clan 100 years ago that the alien 12th layers wanted to target him, he asked Xia Qin and other supremely powerful figures to pay more attention to the Chikuan Star Lord, and the situation with his parents and family. Moreover, Lin Yuan took away a sliver of their spiritual will and placed it in the Shenhuang Secret Realm to prevent the most extreme situations from occurring. 12th layer. Lin Yuan's thoughts converged as he began preparing for the final assault on the 12th layer. At this moment, within the time river, Lin Yuan's form was nearly larger than the river itself. If he did not curl up as much as possible at the riverbed, it seemed that the entire time river would not be able to contain him. I feel that if I were to stand up, the depth of the entire time river would only reach my waist. Lin Yuan quietly thought to himself. Other level 11 perfect powerhouses might be able to leap from within the river by exerting their full strength, momentarily staying above the river for an instant. Even so, this would come at the cost of almost all their focus at the level 11 perfect. When assaulting the 12th layer, they first have to withstand the Chaos Void Origin infusion to have more confidence in leaping out of the time river. But Lin Yuan? He doesn't need to make a forceful leap at all. Just gently standing up would allow most of his form to appear outside of the time river. With my current life essence and my many foundations, the probability of ascending to the 12th layer is at least 95%. Lin Yuan thought to himself. As for the remaining 0.5%, it stems from the uncertainty of the vast chaos void. Lin Yuan's expression suddenly shifted. The martial arts evolution road has finally birthed its first 8th layer? At this moment, Lin Yuan's understanding of the spacetime had reached the 7th realm, and with the identity of the ancestor of martial arts, he could vaguely sense all those in the universe who practice martial Tao and evolve. Not bad. A smile appeared on Lin Yuan's face. In the central divine China world, after accumulating over millions of years in the spirit realm, the limit martial Tao experts also reached only the 8th layer, and that was the result of Lin Yuan's forceful cultivation. But in the main universe, in less than 1,000 years, the first 8th layer martial Tao was born. The main reason is the almost systematic cultivation methods of the main universe human civilization, where the once mysterious path of cultivation is openly laid out. Together with guidance from many higher-level evolutionary beings and so on, the development trend of the martial arts evolution road in the main universe far surpasses the spirit realm, and even the immortal realm cannot match it. Well, before the ultimate ascent, let's meet this little guy. Lin Yuan thought to himself. Decades ago, to encourage martial arts evolutionaries to diligently cultivate, Lin Yuan posted a status from the account of the founder of martial Tao. That is, whoever steps into the 8th layer of martial Tao first could meet him in person. A barbaric wilderness planet. A figure sat cross-legged. The 8th layer of martial Tao. This is the 8th layer of martial Tao. The figure was full of energy, and a world's breath faintly emanated from within his body, as if a small world had been opened. The figure was named Zhang Tianji, a 7th-stage martial Tao peak evolutionary, and not long ago he just opened his own internal world, stepping into the 8th layer of martial Tao. So far, among humanity's martial arts evolution road, the strongest were only at the 7th layer, and no one had yet heard of the existence of the 8th layer. In other words, at this moment he, Zhang Tianji, is very likely the first martial arts evolutionary below the ancestor of martial arts to step into the 8th layer. Using the physical body as the foundation, advancing blood, spirit, soul, and heart in unison, the path of martial arts evolution indeed befits mankind's 5th. As Zhang Tianji continuously felt the changes within his body, his reverence for the ancestor of martial arts who opened the path of martial arts evolution grew ever deeper. He had merely walked on the already perfected road of martial arts evolution and already encountered its profound mysteries. Then what kind of existence would the ancestor of martial arts, the one who pioneered this evolutionary path, be? Someone is looking for me? Zhang Tianji suddenly blinked. The goddess of wisdom directly contacted him, reminding him that someone was looking for him. The ancestor of martial arts is inviting me? Upon seeing who was contacting him, Zhang Tianji immediately became stupefied. The ancestor of martial arts was looking for him? Right. The ancestor of martial arts once said, whoever first steps into the 8th layer could meet him. Zhang Tianji recalled this. As a martial arts evolutionary, he naturally remembered every single status the ancestor of martial arts had posted. But, I've only just broken through, and haven't told anyone yet. How did the ancestor of martial arts know? Zhang Tianji did not dare to delay and immediately agreed. Suddenly, a strand of Zhang Tianji's spiritual will was pulled into a personal world. After being promoted to a level 11 citizen, Lin Yuan's many privileges reached their peak. His personal space underwent maximal expansion, becoming a personal world. I've seen the ancestor of martial arts. As soon as Zhang Tianji saw a blurred figure standing in the center of the world, he immediately went over to offer his respects. You are not bad. Lin Yuan nodded slightly. The transition from the 7th layer to the 8th layer in martial Tao is a qualitative change, involving the creation of an internal world within one's body. Of course, in the martial arts evolution road that Lin Yuan established, as long as one reaches the most perfect state, it is completely possible to create an internal world before breaking through to the 7th layer, but this is very difficult. If you have any questions about cultivation, you can ask them. Lin Yuan looked at Zhang Tianji and spoke. Since he had personally met Zhang Tianji, it was just a light effort to provide him some guidance. Thank you, ancestor of martial arts. Upon hearing this, Zhang Tianji's spirit was lifted. Personal guidance from the ancestor of martial arts? If word of this spread, countless evolutionaries would be envious of him, Zhang Tianji. In thousands of years of cultivation, I have tried many evolutionary paths and discovered that many pathways have their own focus on the comprehension of rules. Zhang Tianji immediately voiced his question. Before cultivating on the martial arts evolutionary path, he was already a 7th-rank peak evolutionary, having tried dozens of evolutionary paths, and found each specialized in different aspects. He wanted to know if there was any evolutionary path in this world that encompassed them all. That's normal. Evolutionary paths are created by people, and people have their own strengths and weaknesses. The evolutionary paths are no exception. Even the strongest evolutionary path is like this. Lin Yuan spoke with a smile. I see. Zhang Tianji was enlightened. Then Zhang Tianji seemed to remember something and tentatively asked cautiously, then, ancestor of martial arts, do you have any areas of specialization? Me? Lin Yuan's gaze was calm, looking at Zhang Tianji, who dared not look directly at him, and said with a smile, I know a little bit of everything. Chapter 955. The Ultimate Attack. Know a little of everything? Hearing the ancestor of martial arts speak these words with an incomparably calm tone, Zhang Tianji fell into a bit of silence. Even the strongest evolutionary pathways have focal points, and the supreme beings do too. Is it possible that the ancestor of martial arts knows a little of everything? Although they say a little, Zhang Tianji didn't dare to truly believe it was just a little. Doesn't this mean that, in some aspects, the ancestor of martial arts could be even stronger than the 9 supreme beings of human civilization? If it were any other evolutionary, no matter how outdated the information, Zhang Tianji would think it a joke. Stronger than a supreme being. The 9 supreme beings of human civilization not only stand at the pinnacle of human civilization but also at the summit of the starry sky races. Stronger than a supreme being, isn't that nonsense? But the ancestor of martial arts? Zhang Tianji vaguely felt that the ancestor of martial arts wasn't lying. The martial arts evolutionary pathway hasn't even advanced to the 12th layer as the strongest evolutionary path, yet it ranks 5th in human civilization, which already explains a lot. Next, Lin Yuan casually answered several of Zhang Tianji's doubts, and then ended the call with him. Lin Yuan personally met with Zhang Tianji, solely because the latter was the first to step into the 8th layer of the martial arts evolutionary pathway. It was entirely out of pity for future evolutionaries. On the barbaric wilderness planet, Zhang Tianji disconnected from the virtual world, looking lost and forlorn. After just a short exchange with the ancestor of martial arts, Zhang Tianji felt his understanding of martial Tao and of many other evolutionary paths had drastically changed. This change was like viewing from the highest vantage point. Zhang Tianji's understanding of the essence of evolution had greatly improved. This is the ancestor of martial arts. Zhang Tianji steadied his spirit, and in his heart he actually wanted to add something else. That is, even supreme beings are merely SOSO, right? I heard that the true identity of the ancestor of martial arts is the Galaxy Master. Zhang Tianji thought of some rumors recently circulating within human civilization. The theory that the Galaxy Master is the founder of martial Tao has been spreading widely. The official stance of human civilization has not stopped this, nor has the ancestor of martial arts come forward to dispel the rumors. This leads to the rumors' credibility growing ever higher. With the status of the ancestor of martial arts in human civilization, if there were any false rumors, the human civilization officials would surely come forward to contain it. But they did not, although human civilization officials have also not appeared to confirm it. But sometimes silence equals consent. The same goes for the ancestor of martial arts. Galaxy Master. Zhang Tianji swallowed hard, realizing that the entire growth trajectory of the Galaxy Master, from birth to the present, could be clearly traced. Such an evolutionary genius who is not even 1,000 years old, how could he be related to the founder of the martial arts evolutionary path? Yet they turned out to be the same person. Martial Tao 8th layer. Zhang Tianji's mind kept flashing back to everything the ancestor of martial arts had said just now. At this moment, Zhang Tianji saw a clear path from the 8th layer to the 9th stage martial Tao. It was due to both the ancestor of martial arts guidance from a loftier place and Zhang Tianji's own accumulation over thousands of years, which burst forth under the mentoring of the ancestor of martial arts today. I will commence closed-door cultivation now. Zhang Tianji immediately closed his eyes, planning to continue his retreat right there for hundreds or thousands of years to fully absorb the guidance of the ancestor of martial arts. In front of the naturally formed spacetime black hole, the Taiyang divine spirit of Lin Yuan was sitting cross-legged. Black holes are special cosmic bodies within the universe, and spacetime black holes are created by numerous black hole collisions leading to the collapse of spacetime, forming a massive celestial phenomenon. Even for a level 11 perfect being, in the presence of a massive spacetime black hole, they appear extremely insignificant and might be pulled in if careless. Many ancient gods at level 11 perfect have established various spacetime black hole secret techniques based on naturally occurring spacetime black holes in the universe. The strongest among them only possesses a mere 1/1,000,000th or 1/10,000,000th of the real spacetime black hole's power. Spacetime black hole? Lin Yuan observed the spacetime black hole in front of him carefully. Time and space are inherently one, but can also repel each other. Spacetime black holes are an example, with time and space clashing to the extreme, resulting in the formation of spacetime black holes. The emanating shockwaves are close to the 12th level. If I can thoroughly understand the spacetime black hole before me and grasp the spatiotemporal fusion rule, even if I can't reach the peak of the 7th realm, the difference won't be too great, Lin Yuan thought to himself. Merely the unconscious and unguided collision of time and space could burst forth with near 12th level power. Once controlled by humans, the effects produced would be unimaginable. It's time to leave. After a long while, Lin Yuan gradually ceased his perception. At this point, with each aspect of his true self at its pinnacle and the ultimate level imminent, there would be no issue in coming back to comprehend the spacetime black hole after stepping into the 12th layer. In a dark and somber hall, the time of 9-day worship has passed in the blink of an eye. More than a dozen ultimate beings of the 12th layer have arrived once again. 9 days have gone by. Lord Fan, have you locked onto the position of the Galaxy Master? Yes, have you located him? Time is of the essence. The Galaxy Master can attempt to reach the ultimate level at any moment. The tones of the various 12th layer ultimate beings were quite urgent. Once the Galaxy Masters decide to make the ultimate leap, they will no longer have the chance to intervene. As Galaxy Masters challenge the ultimate, the 9 mightiest human beings will inevitably set up numerous spatial-temporal mazes. At that time, they won't have any idea where the Galaxy Masters are attempting the ultimate leap within a short period. Once the time has passed and the Galaxy Master leaps to the ultimate, all they can do is watch helplessly. With the ultimate leap at level 11 perfect, everything will leap out of the river of time, and during the process it will suffer from the backlash of both the river of time and the main universe. Similarly, this backlash also serves as protection, ensuring that aside from the backlash, no other external forces can interfere with the ultimate leap. Although the entities at the 12th level have completely freed themselves from the shackles of the river of time, this freedom does not imply that they can oppose the river of time. It's almost time. Ultimate Lord Fan from the prison tribe frowned deeply. His true self in the depths of the prison tribe's territory, having already worshipped the phantom of the Galaxy Master for a full 9 days. With every kneel during these 9 days, the causality between himself and the Galaxy Master deepened significantly. Now, after 9 days of worship, the causality between Lord Fan and the Galaxy Master far exceeds that between the closest kin. Of course, this causal connection, formed through 9-day worship, can only last for a short time, and the price Lord Fan paid for it is horrific, taking millions to billions of years to recover from. To think that I, a grand 12th layer being, would pay such a price just to lock down your location, you should be proud, thought Ultimate Lord Fan from the prison tribe as he took a deep breath. The price he paid far exceeds that of battling other entities at the 12th level. If it weren't for the promise from the peak clans such as the prison tribe that they would not attack the prison tribe in the long years to come, on top of the threat posed by the Galaxy Master, he would not have done this. The gloomy Great Hall. Ultimate Lord Fan from the prison tribe looked towards the other entities at the 12th level. It's done. Continental Lord Fan from the prison tribe spoke. Good. 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 Ha 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 ha. Galaxy Master. What use is your causal treasure for protection? Smiles appeared on the faces of the entities at the 12th level. How many avatars does the Galaxy Master have outside? The ultimate of the prison tribe immediately asked. Currently, the number of avatars the Galaxy Master has distributed within the universe totals to 143. Ultimate Lord Fan from the prison tribe closed his eyes, sensing carefully. At this moment, his connection of causality with Lin Yuan was at its strongest. Even with multiple layers of separation, he could lock onto Lin Yuan's position. 143 avatars. The ultimate from the prison tribe exchanged glances with the other entities at the 12th level. The Galaxy Master had released so many avatars outside, and even after a century of locking on, they haven't located even one? In the end, it took Lord Fan, who paid a tremendous price and employed the 9-day worship secret technique, just to barely lock on? I can sense one of the Galaxy Master's avatars is outside the universe? Ultimate Lord Fan from the prison tribe's expression shifted slightly as he spoke involuntarily. Outside the universe. That is a domain even the beings of the 12th level cannot explore. Outside the universe? Where? The ultimate of the prison tribe immediately asked. Unclear. Even with the enhancement of the 9-day worship secret technique, the presence of the universe makes it impossible to sense specifics. Ultimate Lord Fan from the prison tribe shook his head. The universe itself is capable of severing layers of causality and spacetime. With the chaos void outside the universe having even more abundant and countless rules than within, trying to sense the causality outside the universe with that from within is even more difficult than ascending to the heavens. Thus, Lord Fan could not detect too much. Wanhua once said that the Galaxy Master's mental will has reached the 12th level, and with his mental will, it's estimated that he has formed an avatar nearby the universe. Conjectured the ultimate of the prison tribe. Beings of the 12th level can also form avatars outside the universe, but the avatars have only a short connection with their true selves, and they are constantly eroded by chaos chi. Therefore, after a few trials, the 12th level beings generally lost interest. All right, pick one of the avatars with the deepest causal connection, lock down the spatial coordinates, and then we will directly descend there. The ultimate of the prison tribe stated. While any avatar of the Galaxy Master would suffice, obviously the one with the deepest connection to the Galaxy Master would be best. It's right here. In front of spatial temporal black hole number 52. Ultimate Lord Fan from the prison tribe announced a specific coordinate. I'll take you there. The ancestor of the Tianyu clan waved their hands, and an invisible wave of spacetime swept over, instantly making the many beings of the 12th level vanish from the scene. Lin Yuan stood in front of the spatial temporal black hole, having stood up and planning to leave, to reunite with his true self and challenge the ultimate. But at that moment, whoosh, the flow of spacetime moved like water. One majestic figure after another arrived in an instant, encircling Lin Yuan with more than a dozen imposing figures, isolating spacetime, turning Lin Yuan's piece of the universe into a lonely island. Galaxy Master, savor the source of chaos and corruption to your heart's content. The ultimate of the Tianyu clan took the lead, 24 pairs of wings covering the cosmos, as a pristine right hand reached out, attempting to oppress Lin Yuan. A terrifying aura pervaded, and an endless force began to influence layers upon layers of spacetime. Ha! Lin Yuan looked slightly startled. Chapter 956. Clashing with the Ultimate. Mist shrouded from all directions. In front of the more than a dozen towering figures that arrived silently, even the time-space black holes covering thousands to tens of thousands of light-years seemed slightly insignificant. Alien race level 12? Lin Yuan looked at the many level 12 ultimates that sealed off time and space, his heart devoid of panic. Instead, a hint of surprise arose. How did these alien level 12 ultimates lock onto his exact coordinates? The causality with a certain level 12 being surged by tens of thousands of times in a short period? Lin Yuan took a closer inspection and found the reason. He was also aware of some secret techniques to temporarily increase causality, but not without paying a huge price. Especially with Lin Yuan's understanding of the rules of causality trying to lock onto him via causality. Even for a level 12 ultimate, they would have to suffer serious injuries that wouldn't heal for tens of millions of years. Boom! At this moment, the Tianyu clan ancestor pressed down with a palm, aiming to directly suppress Lin Yuan. The other level 12 ultimates did not take action but coldly observed from the sidelines, believing that the ancestor of the Tianyu clan alone was sufficient. No matter how talented the Galaxy Master was, he was merely a level 11 being, and it was impossible to block the hand of a level 12 ultimate. The Tianyu clan ancestor thought so too. From the birth of the universe to the present, even adding the occasional news from outside the universe in the chaos void, they had never heard of a level 11 being able to contend with a level 12 being. The human civilization's borders, the Shenyuan Supreme, Xia Qin Supreme, their expressions suddenly changed. How huge was the commotion when a level 12 ultimate made a move? It simply couldn't be concealed. The moment the presence of more than 10 level 12 ultimates descended on the time-space black hole, the instant the Tianyu clan ultimate made a move. The 9 supremes of human civilization noticed it. Those old guys. The Shenyuan Supreme's thoughts raced at a staggering speed, immediately conjecturing that the more than 10 alien level 12 beings were likely targeting Lin Yuan. Lin Yuan concealed his own causality so that not only did the alien level 12 beings have difficulty detecting anything, the supremes of human civilization were also unable to sense much through causal sensing. Russell, the true body of the Shenyuan Supreme, took a step out, spanning billions of light-years in an instant, rushing towards the location of the time-space black hole. The other human civilization supremes did the same. Lin Yuan, Xia Qin Supreme, harbored worries in his heart. More than 100 years ago, he had planned to send Lin Yuan's true self into the Central Star Domain, the safest place in the entire human civilization. It was only after learning that Lin Yuan had become the master of the Shenhuang secret realm that he abandoned this idea. In terms of safety, where could be safer than the Shenhuang secret realm? With the Shenhuang secret realm separating causality, those old guys can't affect Lin Yuan's true self at all. And as for memory contamination, the Galaxy Master's willpower is no weaker than any of us level 12s. Memory contamination is also not feasible. Xia Qin Supreme's thoughts rapidly turned, and he slightly relaxed. In his view, those alien level 12s could not really do anything to the Galaxy Master this time. At most, they could kill an avatar or embodiment of the Galaxy Master. Of course. Even so, Xia Qin Supreme and the other 9 supremes of human civilization did not slow down at all. Those alien level 12s not being able to do anything to Lin Yuan was one thing. But making a move against Lin Yuan was another. Even if they had not affected Lin Yuan at all, as level 12 beings taking action against a level 11 life, it was a violation of the unwritten rules among level 12 ultimates. Rumbling. The pressure of space-time grew increasingly heavy. The Tianyu clan ancestor's gaze was cold as he looked down on Lin Yuan, his pressing right hand not pausing for a moment. From the moment of arrival, everything happened in the blink of an eye, and even if the Galaxy Master managed to react forcibly, wanting to self-destruct this avatar, it was too late. Self-destructing an avatar requires time. By the time the command to self-detonate the avatar reached them, his palm would have already suppressed it. However, the next moment, under the incredulous gazes of the surrounding more than 10 level 12 ultimates, the Galaxy Master, who had been standing quietly at a distance, as if petrified by fear, took a small step backward. A mere step's distance, yet it seemed as though separated by an entire universe. The Tianyu clan ancestor's palm incredibly missed its target. The violent fluctuations of space-time, capable of annihilating a level 11 perfect in both form and spirit, quieted down rapidly when nearing Lin Yuan's surroundings by several meters. What? The Tianyu clan ancestor was somewhat dazed. His level 12 ultimate strike had unexpectedly missed. Before this, the Tianyu clan ancestor had envisioned every possibility, such as Lin Yuan withstanding the blow by relying on the heritage weapon of human civilization. Of course, this possibility was slim. How precious were heritage weapons? How could they allow an avatar or embodiment to carry it? The clan suppression weapons carried by the numerous strongest level 11 beings in the super-large battlefield were all under the watchful eyes of the various level 12 ultimates. But to miss entirely? The Tianyu clan ancestor could not understand. He could feel that this was a pure contest at the level of rules. Blocking his palm by sheer force might be aided by external forces, but a contest at the level of rules? It meant that the Galaxy Master's comprehension of the rules was not at all inferior to his. The level 12 ultimates surrounding him looked on with serious eyes. At this moment, they were certain that the Galaxy Master, in terms of rule comprehension, had reached the level 12 threshold fully. Even more than just reaching their level but surpassing them. After all, under comprehension of the same level of rules, Lin Yuan, with his level 11 status, easily made a palm strike of such a level 12 being from Tianyu clan miss, which wasn't explainable by mere same-level rule comprehension. Chapter 957. In this situation, their group of a dozen 12th-tier ultimates coming to fight in earnest has turned into a joke. Lin Yuan's rules have reached such heights that, although still an 11th-tier life form, he is far from being an opponent for these 12th tiers. But it also completely eliminates the possibility of being suppressed. That's because Lin Yuan is fully capable of self-destructing this avatar before he could be suppressed. As for the idea of contaminating Lin Yuan with that drop of bizarre blood, the premise is that he must be thoroughly suppressed, to the point where even his thoughts cannot function. But now, this possibility is infinitely close to zero. Lin Yuan is no fool. Upon sensing that he might be suppressed, he would surely self-destruct first. For a moment, including the Tianyu clan ancestor, over 10 12th-tier ultimates fell into an eerie silence. What goes around comes around. Receive my strike. Lin Yuan slightly smiled, took a step forward, and threw a punch directly. This punch carried the comprehension of the 7th realm of spacetime, collapsing spacetime wherever the punch went, heading straight for the bewildered standing Tianyu clan ancestor. Not good. As the direct target of this punch, the Tianyu clan ultimate's face drastically changed. He could feel that while the punch's level of power wasn't high, the spacetime rules it pulled were vast and mighty. Even for a 12th tier like him, getting hit by this punch would be far from pleasant. The Tianyu clan ancestor was about to react. Immediately following, the Tianyu clan ancestor then saw Lin Yuan's eyes. What profound eyes they were, endlessly deep, as if linked to some mysterious abyss. Mind will secret technique, abyssal eye. This was the reward Lin Yuan chose after passing the 7th floor of the Magic Jade Tower with an 11th tier life level. It is a rare mind will attack technique. Now, as Lin Yuan's mind will has reached 40 million points, equivalent to the pinnacle of the path-splitting realm, employing this mind will secret technique to use the abyssal eye, even a 12th tier ultimate with a robust life essence would be momentarily stunned. Boom! Lin Yuan's punch didn't hit the Tianyu clan ancestor directly, but the vast power of spacetime carried by it surged right into him. You! The Tianyu clan ancestor's face turned pale. He barely recovered from the influence of the abyssal eye, only to feel the unsettling chaos within his breath, and even the cosmos inside was shaking. The Tianyu clan ancestor took 7 or 8 steps back before he barely stabilized. Looking towards Lin Yuan, his gaze revealed an unprecedented seriousness. In just those few moments, Lin Yuan demonstrated 2 methods that could threaten a 12th tier ultimate. One was that direct attack on his mental will which trapped the Tianyu clan ancestor for several breaths. Partly because the Tianyu clan ancestor had not considered Lin Yuan as a real opponent. Even though Lin Yuan showed a rule comprehension surpassing their 12th tier ultimate, the Tianyu clan ancestor hadn't paid much attention. After all, comprehending the rules is one thing, and the power of the attack is another. With a world-sized internal universe spanning 100,000 light-years, even an 11th tier life form like Lin Yuan attacking wouldn't break through the defense. But that kind of mental attack technique, coupled with the punch Lin Yuan threw, truly shocked the heart of the Tianyu clan ancestor. What? A punch from Galaxy Master? How is that possible? The dozen or so other 12th tier ultimates around were equally incredulous. They were still immersed in the bizarre rule comprehension of Galaxy Master, yet they found that the punch he threw reached the power level of a 12th tier. Otherwise, it wouldn't have forced the Tianyu clan ancestor to retreat 7 or 8 steps. It's a pity. I am just a primordial spirit now. If it was my true form that threw this punch, it could at least injure this ultimate from the Tianyu clan. Lin Yuan sighed inwardly upon seeing this. Compared to his real body, the Taiyang divine spirit was vastly inferior. His real body's inner world had reached 11 light-years, while the Taiyang divine spirit, barely over 1 light-year. The gap in their inner worlds alone was like a chasm. Without the perception from the 7th realm of the space-time rule and the support of the chaos rule in the dark, unleashing 1000% of his strength, the ancestors of the Tianyu clan probably wouldn't even consider retreating. What is this? The Galaxy Master's punch made that old guy from the Tianyu clan step back 7 or 8 steps? The Shenyuan Supreme, who was rapidly approaching, was somewhat stupefied. He also knew that Lin Yuan's real body was in the Shenhuang secret realm, meaning what was here at most was merely a clone. A clone, without the aid of any 12th-layer weapons or treasures, merely relying on its own power, made a 12th-layer ultimate step back 7 or 8 steps. What does this imply? The Galaxy Master is merely at the 11th layer. The disparity in life levels and inner worlds, the difference with a 12th-layer ultimate is unimaginable. And yet he managed to execute a strike on the level of a 12th-layer ultimate purely with his own strength. Even if his perception of rules is high, reaching the peak of the 6th realm or even the 7th realm of space-time rule, with that life level, how is it possible to shake a 12th-layer ultimate? Xia Qin, the Supreme, also found it unbelievable. It was not a matter of doubting Lin Yuan, but the scene before them simply shouldn't have occurred. Robber clan territory. The deepest, unknowable area. In front of an unremarkable wooden house. The ultimate of the robber clan sat there, with a scene appearing in front of him where more than 10 12th-layer ultimates surrounded Lin Yuan. As one of the most mysterious clans in the universe and one of the only 2 at the peak of the path-splitting realm, this ultimate of the robber clan naturally had the means to glimpse the scene before the space-time black hole. Impressive. The ultimate of the robber clan outside the wooden house murmured to himself. He also saw the scene of Lin Yuan punching back the ultimate of the Tianyu clan, sensing the terrifying rule fluctuations contained in that punch. A punch from a clone, reaching the power level of the 12th layer? A voice also came from inside the wooden house, the tone carrying shock. This scene held too much information. They could tell that Lin Yuan's punch did not rely on any external power, but this made it even more unbelievable. It seems that the gaze that spied on this place not long ago must have been the Galaxy Master. The ultimate of the robber clan outside murmured. Although he did not understand how Lin Yuan managed to throw that punch, the perception of rules involved, especially the space-time rule, was beyond even his comprehension. In such circumstances, considering the gaze that spied on them earlier, it seems this ultimate of the robber clan was almost certain the source was indeed the Galaxy Master. My robber clan has experienced multiple cosmic eras, witnessed countless geniuses, and there were lives that reached the peak of the path-splitting realm even before the great cosmic destruction. But the Galaxy Master? The ultimate of the robber clan outside continued speaking in a low voice, filled with awe. Other major peak clan powers only think the robber clan originated from the last cosmic era, but the history of the robber clan goes much beyond just the last one. Over the long years, through the many cosmic eras this universe has undergone, the robber clan's presence was there, but the great cosmic destruction erased much information about them, leaving only bits from the last cosmic era to this one. In all these cosmic eras, the 2 ultimate ancestors of the robber clan had witnessed countless geniuses, but compared to the Galaxy Master? No. Those so-called geniuses, those lives that stepped into the peak of path-splitting realm before the great cosmic destruction, simply do not qualify to be compared with the Galaxy Master. Fortunately, you didn't agree to those 12th-layer ultimates plan to surround and kill the Galaxy Master. The voice inside the wooden house said. Given the strength that the Galaxy Master currently demonstrates, it's predictable that even if both ultimates of the robber clan took action, they could at most kill the Galaxy Master's this particular clone. But what about the Galaxy Master's real body? Even before stepping into the 12th layer, a clone of the Galaxy Master managed to achieve 12th layer level power in direct combat. What about once he truly steps into the 12th layer? The combat power of the Galaxy Master then, how tremendous would it be? The ultimate of the robber clan originally thought, after the Galaxy Master steps into the 12th layer, there was a high possibility of becoming a peak path-splitting realm life before the end of this cosmic era. But now? Why wait until the end of this cosmic era? As soon as the Galaxy Master steps into the 12th layer, undergoing a drastic transformation and leap in life level, within this universe, which of the 12th layer ultimates could possibly be a match for the Galaxy Master? Chapter 958. Dragged into the River of Time. I felt that the Galaxy Master was hiding his true strength at that time. The ultimate being from the robber clan outside the cabin spoke. That's why they withdrew from the encirclement to kill the Galaxy Master and secretly sent clansmen to convey messages to him. Exactly, your intuition has always been accurate over the many cosmic eras. The ultimate being from the robber clan inside the cabin immediately agreed. When encirclement proved ineffective, any 12th layer being that participated in the encirclement would inevitably be held accountable once the Galaxy Master reached the 12th layer. Of course, with the strength of the robber clan, they naturally did not fear the retribution from ordinary peak path-splitting realm beings, but it would be troublesome, and at the very least it would mean humbling themselves for countless years to come. All over the universe, many 11th layer beings also sensed something was amiss. Is this the disturbance of a battle at the 12th layer? Who among the 12th layer beings are fighting? My heavens! How long has it been since the ultimate 12th layer beings have actually made a move? One after another, the 11th layer beings looked shocked. They could not see the specific scene, but just through the aftermath of the skirmish and the resulting spacetime disturbance, they could judge that both sides in the battle had reached the 12th layer. Although shocked, most of the 11th layer beings were not scared since their own clans also had ultimate beings and were not intimidated. Yet, for those from powerful clans, their hearts trembled uneasily. The skirmish at the 12th layer level could destroy large swathes of stellar secret realms with just a slight aftermath. If their clan happened to be unlucky, they might very well face extinction. Since the universe was born, how few were the number of clans extinct due to skirmishes at the 12th layer level. From that heaven-fallen legacy of countless treasures that came from outside the universe, many ultimate 12th layer beings clashed violently, leading to a mass extinction of life throughout the universe. It was only after that event that human civilization found the opportunity to rise. And now, the sudden emergence of a skirmish at the 12th layer level was causing panic among many 11th layer beings. In front of the space-time black hole, the countenance of the Tianyu clan's ancestor was ugly. The fact that his punch was repelled by the Galaxy Master not only surprised other ultimate 12th layer beings, leading to a reassessment of the Galaxy Master's capabilities, but for him, the Tianyu clan ancestor, it was an extreme disgrace. Indeed, the Galaxy Master truly possessed the offensive capabilities of the 12th layer. But ultimately, he was just an 11th layer being. For him, an ultimate 12th layer being, to be repelled by the Galaxy Master in such a manner? After today, he, the Tianyu clan ancestor, would be hung on the pillar of shame, and any mention of the Galaxy Master would have him as a contrast. Very well, Galaxy Master. You have thoroughly enraged me. The aura of the ultimate being of the Tianyu clan soared rapidly while simultaneously his will began to condense. Lin Yuan's methods of spiritual will attacks may be strange, but if he is prepared, the threat would be much diminished. At the very least, his spirit and will would not be completely restrained. From the brief exchange just now, the Tianyu clan's ancestor also confirmed something. That is, the Galaxy Master's direct offensive capability did indeed reach the 12th layer, but it was merely at the threshold of the 12th layer. He, having stepped into the 12th layer for over 1 trillion years, had long stabilized at this level, and once he went all out, the Galaxy Master would likely find it difficult to block. Although their collective scheme from the group of ultimate 12th layer beings had utterly failed, the Tianyu clan ancestor, at the very least, wanted to regain his own dignity. Killing the avatar of the Galaxy Master could slightly wash away his own disgrace. As for whether it would completely offend the Galaxy Master, they had already stood against the Galaxy Master by initiating the encirclement. No matter what they did now, the Galaxy Master would definitely seek retribution in the future. So the ultimate being of the Tianyu clan could not care less now. Tianyu Chun has truly become enraged. Indeed, if I were him, repelled by the Galaxy Master in such a way, I would feel the same. The surrounding ultimate 12th layer beings, seeing the situation, were not surprised. Anybody in the Tianyu clan ancestor's position would be furious. This time, the disgrace is truly brought home. Regardless, this incarnation of the Galaxy Master must die. Let Tianyu Chen act. The 9 Supremes of human civilization are on their way. We will stop them. The ultimate 12th layer beings communicated with one another, and at this moment their objective had shifted from completely killing the Galaxy Master, at the very least affecting the Galaxy Master's push for ultimate, down to leaving behind the Galaxy Master's incarnation. Boom, boom, boom. The next moment, the 9 Supremes of human civilization arrived. Shenyuan, your human civilization is indeed lucky to have birthed a prodigy like the Galaxy Master. We are determined to kill this incarnation of the Galaxy Master. You better go back quickly. Indeed, it's just an incarnation. The many alien 12th layer beings blocked the 9 Supremes of human civilization, facing off against one another. Humph! The Shenyuan Supreme was too lazy to waste words and directly made a move. At that moment, dozens of 12th layer level powerhouses battled together, fracturing the region within tens to hundreds of thousands of light-years around the space-time black hole. Galaxy Master, die! The aura of Tianyu clan's ancestor Tianyu Chen boiled over, and now he was no longer underestimating Lin Yuan. With a strike that utilized both the immense essence of life and the absolute advantage of power, he came crashing down. Lin Yuan evaded effortlessly, striking out with another punch, finding that Tianyu Chen did not budge an inch. Even when deploying the secret technique Abyssal Eye, he could only partially draw upon the opponent's will. This made Tianyu Chen, the ultimate 12th layer being, capable of exerting only part of his strength. Such a secret technique, if Lin Yuan were to step into the 12th layer, Tianyu Chen probably wouldn't dare to face it and would instead turn tail and run. But Lin Yuan was not at the 12th layer. Mere 11th layer existence. Even if Tianyu Chen could not exert his full strength, Lin Yuan could not trouble him either. It's just a primordial spirit, still too weak. Lin Yuan inwardly sighed. At this moment, he surpassed Tianyu Chen in both rule comprehension and spiritual will as a 12th layer being. But the gap in life essence was making it difficult for Lin Yuan at every step. Of course, what was difficult for Lin Yuan was that his attacks couldn't affect Tianyu Chen. As for whether Tianyu Chen could hit him, naturally the answer was no. The comprehension of the 7th realm of spacetime allowed Lin Yuan, as an innate being, to stand on an invincible ground, even if it was just an incarnation of the primordial spirit. This is also the reason why Lin Yuan, despite fully understanding the ultimate beings of the alien race's 12th layer designs on him, still sent out many avatars to wander the universe. I simply can't touch the Galaxy Master. On the other hand, after several probes, Tianyu Chen reached a conclusion. That is, his attacks could not land on the Galaxy Master at all. Even though the Galaxy Master's attacks couldn't breach his defenses, continuing this deadlock wasn't the solution. As a 12th layer powerhouse himself clashing with an 11th layer being, or rather an avatar of an 11th layer being, for so long without being able to defeat them, Tianyu Chen himself felt he was losing face. No more fighting. Tianyu Chen took a deep breath, realizing that persevering in this deadlock would only result in further loss of face. Let's go. Tianyu Chen intended to turn around and leave. He didn't care about the 12th layer ultimate beings who were currently engaged in battle with the 9 mightiest human warriors. Trying to leave? Lin Yuan sensed Tianyu Chen's thoughts. The next moment, another figure appeared from a different direction. It was Lin Yuan's Taiyin Divine Spirit. With a single step, the Taiyin Divine Spirit arrived alongside the Taiyang Divine Spirit. Immediately after, Taiyin and Taiyang merged into one. Taiyin and Taiyang were originally Lin Yuan's united Taiji Divine Spirit. However, due to the special nature of the martial arts evolution system, they were split in two. The Taiji Divine Spirit, divided into the 2 great divine spirits of Taiyin and Taiyang, had its strength reduced, but it was able to handle different matters at the same time. As Taiyin and Taiyang merged, they transformed into the Taiji Divine Spirit.
L'un Yuanais saura quietly surgède.
The world within his body rapidly expanded, reaching a size of 5 light-years in diameter. In theory, the combat power of the Taiji divine spirit should be on par with the true body. But the true body had absorbed too many advantages, in particular the twice infusion from the chaos void origin. This caused the true body's inner world to reach a staggering size of 11 light-years in diameter. The Tai-Yin divine spirit that had rushed over not only merged with the Tai-Yang divine spirit, becoming the Taiji divine spirit with significantly increased strength and foundation. It also carried with it several 12th-layer weapons. The combination of all these factors caused the Taiji divine spirit's combat power to reach an unprecedented level. Humming sounds. A silver-white war saber tore through time and space, landing on Tianyu Chen's body. What? Tianyu Chen's expression greatly changed. This slash, it penetrated his protective armor, creating a fine crack in his flesh, soul, and inner world. Although the fine crack was instantly repaired, the next moment Lin Yuan's second slash also descended. In the span of a single breath, hundreds of slashes landed on Tianyu Chen's body. The fine crack was constantly being ripped open, then healed again. Not good. Tianyu Chen faintly sensed something ominous. A few hundred slashes didn't much affect him, but what about a few thousand? Or tens of thousands? If it were a clash with another 12th-layer being, Tianyu Chen would naturally not fear, even ready to exchange blow for blow. But Lin Yuan? Tianyu Chen simply couldn't touch Lin Yuan. That is to say, at the moment, Tianyu Chen was nothing but a punching bag. Exchange blow for blow? There was no such thing happening. Tianyu Chen exhaled lightly, then gave Lin Yuan a deep glance, his figure gradually becoming illusory, and then disappeared. The vast river of time. On its banks, Tianyu Chen's towering figure appeared. Compared to 11th-layer beings, the most significant trait of 12th-layer beings is their ability to break free from the shackles of the river of time and reside permanently on its banks. Therefore, to resist the Galaxy Master's attacks, the simplest way is to enter the space of the river of time and stand on its banks. No matter how powerful the attacks of the Galaxy Master, as long as they don't surpass the 12th layer, they can't threaten those on the banks, just as life within a painting cannot touch anything outside the canvas. Galaxy Master. Tianyu Chen pronounced each word with emphasis, as being forced into the space of the river of time by a mere 11th layer being was an unprecedented humiliation for him. All-out war. We must instigate an all-out war. We absolutely can't let the Galaxy Master successfully push for the ultimate. Tianyu Chen, overlooking the tranquil river of time, made up his mind. While it was impossible to prevent the Galaxy Master from reaching the ultimate, they could, however, use the outbreak of a full-scale war with human civilization to affect the Galaxy Master's mentality as he pushes for the ultimate. Since the hatred between both parties was irreconcilable, Tianyu Chen no longer cared about the consequences of a full-scale war. With that thought, Tianyu Chen was about to use the space of the River of Time as a transfer point to return to the Tianyu clan's territory to discuss strategies with other 12th-layer ultimate beings of his race. Moreover, Tianyu Chen planned to contact other peak clan powers to unite and attack human civilization collectively. Suddenly, at this moment, the previously calm River of Time, without any noise or indication, began to ripple slightly. The next instant, a long, powerful right hand suddenly reached out from the River of Time. It immediately grasped Tianyu Chen's ankle. Then, with a swift pull downward. Chapter 959. Far-reaching impact. After completing his 11th traversal, Lin Yuan felt the vast river of time somewhat confining. Subsequent to experiencing over 100 years and fully comprehending the metamorphosis brought about by the chaos rule, this feeling grew increasingly intense. Within the river of time, Lin Yuan had to curl up his body, striving to make himself even smaller. Otherwise, even if he lay flat, parts of his body would still exceed the limits of what the river of time could contain. Such a hazard was not trivial. At the lightest, it could draw the attention of level 11 perfect beings on the shore, but at worst, it could directly trigger a backlash from the river of time, forcing an ultimate leap. But when Tianyu Chen of the Tianyu clan, one of the ultimate beings, actively entered the river of time to evade the Taiji primordial spirit wielding a level 12 weapon, Lin Yuan, huddled beneath the river of time, couldn't help himself and reached out his right hand, grabbed Tianyu Chen's ankle from the shore, and began to drag him towards the river of time. Merely stretching out one hand and not staying out of the river of time for long should not cause a backlash. Lin Yuan thought to himself. After all, even ordinary level 11 perfect beings occasionally leap out of the river of time. As long as the time is short, there should be no major issue. Even if he was indeed forced to make an ultimate leap prematurely, it would have no effect on Lin Yuan. His current state was perfect, having reached the pinnacle in every aspect, and he was ready to strike for level 12 at any time. What is this? Tianyu Chen, who was standing on the shore, pondering how to wage war against human civilization, suddenly found himself being dragged towards the river of time.
No.
Fear appeared on Tianyu Chen's face. He had not anticipated an attack from beneath the river of time. Among the level 12 ultimate beings on the riverbank, even if they do clash with each other, it's only a shore-to-shore confrontation. Moreover, this kind of skirmish is extremely simple compared to cosmic battles, lacking the complexity of many rules. Therefore, normally, no level 12 ultimate being would engage in killing at the riverside. As such, Tianyu Chen was not particularly on guard. Even if he had taken precautions, they were only aimed at other level 12 ultimate beings on the shore. As for beneath the river of time, those were just ants and dust trapped inside, with their greatest effort being to momentarily leap out of the water and cast an upward glance at beings like himself. Splash, splash. Before Tianyu Chen could react, the right foot being dragged made contact with the river of time. For life forms below level 12, the water of the river of time is incredibly gentle, devoid of any lethal power, but for those who have freed themselves from the river of time, the water becomes the deadliest poison. The level 12 ultimate beings stand tall on the riverbank, overlooking the river of time, yet they never re-enter it. Such is the reason. Even for the mighty level 12 ultimate beings, prolonged contact with the river of time will significantly erode their life essence, possibly causing them to fall back to the level 11 existence, once again bound by the river of time. This is something no level 12 ultimate being can accept. Hum hum hum. With his right foot immersed in the river of time, Tianyu Chen's spirit and will were shaken. Before he could take any action, the hand from beneath the river of time completely dragged him under. Before the spatial temporal black hole, many level 12 ultimate beings engaged in a fierce battle with the 9 supreme beings of human civilization gradually stopped their attacks. It was hard to accept for more than a dozen level 12 ultimate beings that Tianyu Chen, despite exerting all his might, was being suppressed by the Galaxy Master and finally had no choice but to flee into the spatial realm of the River of Time. The Galaxy Master's attacking power had already reached the threshold of level 12, which was freakishly abnormal, and given the situation, it seemed he was capable of inflicting harm on Tianyu Chen. Otherwise, Tianyu Chen wouldn't have actively fled into the spatial realm of the River of Time. For a moment, all the level 12 ultimate beings fell into silence. What had they come together to do? Kill the Galaxy Master? But with the current strength the Galaxy Master had shown, was he someone they could kill? With the level of might that the Galaxy Master had now revealed, trying to kill him seemed as difficult as killing a level 12 ultimate being. In the history of this universe's emergence, even the most brutal battles between level 12 ultimate beings had never resulted in the fall of a level 12 lifeform. On the side of human civilization, the Shenyuan Supreme and the other 8 Supremes also fell into silence. The 9 Supremes arrived, intending to avenge Lin Yuan. In their view, more than 10 level 12 ultimate beings were targeting Lin Yuan's incarnation coordinates. The outcome seemed inevitable. Shenyuan Supreme and Xia Qin Supreme were even prepared to take a lion's share in the aftermath. So many level 12 ultimate beings ganging up on the Galaxy Master? Even if it was just an incarnation, it would still severely violate the unwritten rules among level 12 beings. Therefore, if these level 12 ultimate beings on the field did not pay a satisfactory price to human civilization after the fact, Shenyuan Supreme himself was also ready to join the fray, striking at the level 11 and level 10 beings of other races. In the predictions of Shenyuan Supreme and the other Supremes, the level 12 ultimate beings surrounding the Galaxy Master would likely take a step back. After all, they were openly flipping the table. However, The development of the situation was somewhat unexpected to Shenyuan Supreme. The Galaxy Master's incarnation did not fall. Instead, he was suppressing Tianyu Chun of the Tianyu clan in combat. This made Shenyuan Supreme feel somewhat unfamiliar. The 9 Supremes arrived to avenge the Galaxy Master, who was supposed to be killed in the encirclement. Even if it was just an incarnation. But now, not only is the Galaxy Master's incarnation not dead, but the Tianyu clan ultimate is being brutally beaten. Chapter 960. This, instead, completely caught the Shenyuan Supreme, Xiaqin Supreme off guard. Galaxy Master. The gaze of the Yu clan ultimate was deep, looking towards the Time River space, locking eyes with the Tianyu Chan standing on the shore. The other 12-tier ultimates felt the same, realizing the severity of the situation, that the Galaxy Master was simply not someone they could besiege. The expression of the insect queen slightly changed. The other 12-tier ultimates did likewise. Immediately after, under the watchful eyes of several 12-tier ultimates, Tianyu Chun was forcibly pulled into the Time River by a hand reaching out from beneath it. What? The 12-tier ultimates disappeared, reappearing at the riverbanks of the Time River, watching the surging river intently and gravely. That hand. It's the Galaxy Master. The Galaxy Master is merely a life from within the river. How could it possibly have the strength to drag us, the 12-tier beings, down? The 12-tier ultimates were in disbelief. The space of the Time River was where the essence of life was fundamentally reflected. To drag a 12-tier life form here? How strong must one's life essence be? How could it not be possible? Don't forget the scene just now when the Galaxy Master was suppressing Tianyu Chun. The Yu clan ultimate spoke up. As these words were spoken, many 12-tier ultimates immediately came to a realization. Indeed, the scene where an 11-tier dominates a 12-tier had already occurred. A life from within the Time River dragging a life from the riverbank was also not utterly impossible. Tianyu Chun, this time you are going to suffer a major setback, the prison tribe ultimate murmured. At this moment, every single 12-tier ultimate had appeared on the banks of the Time River. Yet, not one 12-tier ultimate was willing to step forward, to enter the Time River to rescue Tianyu Chun. Even the other ultimates of the Tianyu clan just stood by the shore quietly, without any intention to rescue? To rescue? How to rescue? 12-tier life forms naturally repel the Time River. A 12-tier life form daring to enter the Time River would first have to face the price of significant erosion of their life essence. Whoosh! Just as many 12-tier ultimates were staring at the Time River, the previously calm river surface suddenly began to ripple. The ripples continued to grow, becoming more and more intense, eventually forming waves, as if there were 2 prehistoric behemoths entangled beneath the water. Get lost! Inside the Time River, Tianyu Chun, feeling his life essence weakening continuously, became frightened and angry, and struggled to fight back. Lin Yuan, however, was nonchalant. He could feel the Time River's influence and suppression on Tianyu Chun. At the moment, he only needed to keep this 12-tier life form at bay. If it exceeded a certain time limit, the other party would face the risk of their life essence regressing. Ah! Tianyu Chen's eyes were bloodshot, and his 24 pairs of wings flapped behind him. Without a sound, 2 pairs of wings began to collapse. Boom! The strength of Tianyu Chun surged tremendously. With a single motion, he repelled Lin Yuan and then directly burst out of the Time River, fleeing towards the shore in panic. He's out. Tianyu Chun has come out. Many 12-tier beings on the shore sighed with relief upon seeing this. They also noticed Tianyu Chun's weakened breath and the fact that his 24 pairs of wings had become 22. But all that mattered was that he escaped the Time River. Let's go. The other ancestors of the Tianyu clan quickly caught Tianyu Chun, and then disappeared in a flash, returning to the territory of the Tianyu clan. What a pity! Below the Time River, Lin Yuan watched Tianyu Chun escape, feeling a slight regret. In the main universe, even if Lin Yuan were to deploy his true form and activate those supreme path-splitting realm weapons, he would have absolutely no chance of slaying an ultimate being of the 12th rank. Even if the Taiji primordial spirit brandished a 12th rank weapon and slashed out hundreds of thousands of times, it would probably only cause some minor injuries to Tianyuchen. And over time, other alert 12th rank ultimates would intervene to stop him. But inside the Time River, there, Tianyuchen might truly face the possibility of falling. Yet there remained a significant gap between the life force essence of Lin Yuan and Tianyuchen, even if the latter was using 90% of his attention to resist the erosion from the entire Time River. Once Tianyuchen started fighting desperately, Lin Yuan couldn't even manage to hold him back. Although he hadn't managed to fully retain Tianyuchen, he had still achieved what Lin Yuan had anticipated. Because the injuries sustained by Tianyuchen were almost indescribable in terms of their difficulty to heal. Not to mention the erosion of his life force essence during his fall into the Time River, but solely the act of shattering his 2 pairs of wings in his final effort to break free from the Time River. That move likely cost Tianyuchen an irreversible price. The power core of the Tianyu clan lies in their wings at their back, and this is true even for 12th rank beings. Though shattering one's wings can temporarily bring about a drastic increase in strength, it inevitably leads to an almost permanent decline and weakening in power afterward. As a 12th rank life form, Tianyuchen might be confident in restoring his shattered wings, but it could take billions upon billions of years. And before then, he would probably not even dare to show his face. The once 22-winged ultimate being of the Tianyu clan, their strength might now be estimated to rank at the very bottom among 12th rank beings. These 12th ranks haven't left? Hiding beneath the river water, Lin Yuan saw that the many 12th rank ultimates were still watching the waters of the Time River intently. However, Lin Yuan clearly noticed that the positions where these 12th rank ultimates now stood were a considerable distance from the Time River compared to before. Before today, these 12th rank ultimates stood on the riverbank, looking down upon the Time River, as if they were looking up at the big fish occasionally leaping out of the water. But now it no longer counted as the riverbank. Are they all guarding against me? Lin Yuan sighed, without feeling surprised. The main reason he was able to drag Tianyuchen into the Time River was the element of surprise. Tianyuchen had never anticipated such a drag from beneath the Time River, which resulted in his current predicament. But such a tactic could at most be used only once. Now that these 12th rank ultimates were on guard, constantly vigilant of Lin Yuan below the Time River, it was no longer possible to replicate the feat. Firstly, the distance was too far. Lin Yuan would probably have to expose half of his body to reach the 12th rank ultimate standing there now. Secondly, with these guarded 12th rank ultimates ready to react at a moment's notice and considering the gap in the life force essence, it would be very difficult for Lin Yuan to drag them down again. However, such means are no longer needed. Lin Yuan shook his head slightly. Hello everyone, this is Shadow. Due to copyright restrictions on YouTube, I can't publish many of the audiobooks you love. That's why I've created a special paid service where you can enjoy over 300 high-quality audiobooks from platforms like Webnovel, Pocket FM, Audible, Wuxia, and more. Each novel comes as a one-time purchase, no subscriptions, no hidden fees. After payment, you'll receive full access via Telegram, along with all future updates for that novel. You'll find a wide selection of your favorite genres and titles, always in premium audio quality. Check the full list of available novels in the description. DM me now to get your favorite stories in audiobook form and start listening today.